Hello, Echo. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another 3D Hangouts, the first one of 2021.
Woo.
Welcome to the show. My name is Noah Ruiz. I'm a designer here at Adafruit. Joining me every week is my brother Pedro.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Pedro Ruiz, creative tech here at Adafruit, and every week we're here to share 3D printed projects featuring electronics from Adafruit.
That's right. This is a show we combine 3D printing, demo electronics, CNC milling, a bunch of maker stuff to inspire you folks. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the new year.
Good morning, good
We're
morning.
hanging out in the Discord chat room, so if anyone likes to shout out, say hello, good morning, welcome everybody to the Discord chat room.
You got a couple.
Yeah.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Everybody hanging out all over the world. Thank you for joining us this morning here.
Yeah, we got our noise going on, so everything's hopefully will go smoothly with the show. If you'd like to join the Discord chat room, that's how I start, right? We do. You can go to the discord.gg/Adafruit. That's the invite URL, so you can be a part of the group and community. Shout out everybody hanging out. We got
Shout out to everybody hanging out. We got Charles Benaford, we have Christian at Coding, Style Tech, Paul Cutler, Du Wester.
Hello.
We got Foamy Guy
Tech,
typing
Foamy
in.
Guy. Hey, folks. Thank you for joining us. We will get started in just a few moments, but we just wanted to welcome everybody to the show, let the stream kick into gear as we broadcast live from Florida, Central Florida. That's where we are. Cool. We got some fun stuff to share with you folks. So, yeah, let's jump in with the housekeeping, and feel free to add those messages and things, questions throughout the show. So let's go ahead and take a look at the freebies going on. But first, just give a little bit of a warning. You'll notice there's a red banner at the top of the website. There are some delays expected. We're waiting on things. Everybody's waiting on things. So please be patient. If you put your orders in, it might take 1 to 2 business days just to process your order. There's lots of stuff going on. So hopefully, is the mic on? So hopefully, you'll soon get your things, but please be patient. So if you order things that are $99 or more, we still have, we have a black feather now. The pink feathers are also out. Thank you everybody for getting those very special edition pink feathers. Hopefully maybe we can make some more. We'll find out later tonight, I think. For orders that are $149 or more, we still have the STEM QT boards. If you have an account with us, make sure you don't get the same one twice. You don't have to do anything in your cart. It just gets automatically added. For orders that are $200 or more, you'll get a STEM QT board, the black Adafruit Feather RP2040, and free ground shipping for US continental only. And then for the last tier, the mega top tier, for $299 or more, you'll get that free shipping, the free STEM QT board, the black Adafruit Feather RP2040, and a Blue Fruit Circuit Playground, our favorite NRF52840 board with lots of LEDs and sensors and lots of demo projects to get started with on that one. So there we go. It's for limited time as supplies last, and hopefully we get those new pink feathers. Heading on over to the jobs board, help wanted. You head on over to jobs.adafruit.com. You'll see there's some new postings. I'm seeing 2 of them since we've done the show. We got, looks like there's a posting for an audio circuit. It's a contract. I think that might be remote.
Cool.
We have a remote instructor for summer engineering program at the Blue Stamp Engineering in the San Francisco Bay Area. Check that one out. Those are the latest job posting. You can create your profile for free or post up a job if you are looking for someone to help you with your projects, or if you're looking to employ some new folks. So you can always check out jobs.adafruit.com. Okay. Every Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time is the CircuitPython meeting that happens with the core devs and the community. You can join in by hitting up the Discord server, and you can also listen in on the archive, which is posted maybe a few hours after. But every Monday at 2 p.m., you can check out the CircuitPython weekly. Newsletters happen once a week. You can check out adafruit.com/newsletters for product-focused stuff. If you want to know what new software added to the shop, you can subscribe to the newsletter at adafruit.com/newsletter. And then for daily Adafruit newsletters, you can go to adafruitdaily.com and subscribe to all the many categories. such as Python on Hardware. I think we're slowly approaching 10K subscribers to the newsletter. But shout out to Anne and PT who have been doing the newsletter. And if you want to get your stories, projects posted and featured on the newsletter, you can do so by hitting up csp@adafruit.com. It's an email address. And that is all the housekeeping, I think. So I'm going to jump back over to Discord chat room and see if anybody says hello. Oh, sweet. Foamy Guy, thank you so much. Has a FUG report for some CAD stuff. Yay! The RP 2040 model is a big integral part of the project he's working on. Yes, that's great. Yes, there will be more CAD parts. We know there's some new boards, and I definitely want to get the Cutie Pie ESP board made.
Yes,
I feel like folks, yeah, the ESP ES2, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's on my list to do. Got some new hardware. I think there's a new GPIO expander, and there's still some requests to take a look at in the backlog that I have. But yeah, shout out, Foamy Guy.
And anytime you have any requests, probably do a GitHub.
Yeah, GitHub issue. You can add it there, and you can tag me. I'm DJ Ekin, and I get notifications, so I'll check it out.
And then we have a comment over on the YouTube. Someone was asking, Christian's asking, the equivalent of Adafruit in Romania. We do have distributors there. You can find that on adafruit.com/distributors, and there is one down in the Europe area. Yeah. I can see one is in Romania.
Yeah, all the way at the bottom. There's
Optimus Digital SRL and RoboFun. If you guys want to see all of the other distributors all over, check out adafruit.com/distributors.
Yeah,
you can see a giant list of them there.
RoboFun sounds fun. And Optimus Digital SLR, like you said, very cool. I thought there used to be a map as well.
If you scroll all the way up, I think I posted the anchor tag where it shoots you down there.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, you're right.
There used to be a map.
Yeah, there was a map.
Maybe the map is gone. We have a nice list though. You can just search for Romania or scroll. Cool. Excellent. Yeah, the list works here. You can just search. I was able to just browse and said Romania.
Yeah, it says you can't access the link. What was it again?
Just adafruit.com.
No, the actual Romania one. Maybe if I just directly.
Which one?
Oh, he says those are the ones that they already use. Yeah, I mean that's
okay. Yeah,
that's where we ship those all those products.
Yeah,
to.
And again, there's some delays and things going on with the weather and some other things.
Mm-hmm. If the product you're looking for is not there,
you can
definitely
request
it.
Yeah, and you can try DigiKey as well.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into this week's project.
Okay.
Take it easy and start off 2022 with these awesome elf earbuds.
Whoa!
So a lot of the projects that we come up with, this was Lamar's idea. She found a nice little trend on Twitter. These elf earbuds.
Yeah, these look really cool. These are some elf earbuds. They're like BLE wireless earbuds. But the thing about them is they're kind of built in. These little elf ear add-ons are built into the headphones themselves. So they're a little pricey. If you're going to get wireless earbuds, they're going to be around $100. And these are really cool looking. Lamar thought it'd be cool to print them out in some different colors. So that's kind of what we did. But we wanted to make it so that you can put your own headphones into it. So we like these earbuds, and we figured we'd kind of design it around this style of earbuds as we see them. Many different manufacturers make this style of earbud.
Yeah, so these work in PLA, Ninjaflex as well. So I really like the flexible ones. And like you were saying, these are compatible with the existing earbuds you already have. Of course, we give away all of the design files so you can edit this to your liking. And one of the things Lamar wanted to highlight are elves come in many different colors. So we have all the skin tones that Ninjaflex makes here. So from your, I think this is caramel to chocolate to, I think, peach smoothie, I think is the one we still have in stock.
Yeah.
Or if you want to go all Pandora Avatar or whatever elf that has like these pointy ears, you can go with these sparkly purple ones. Like you were saying before, it works in PLA or Ninjaflex. Of course, you'll be able to do a nice assortment of little bendy stuff with the Ninjaflex ones. You could mold these as well with PLA, like in hot water or something. And the cool thing is that these go right directly behind your ear, nice and comfortable, and stay in put. And the main reason why I started working on this was because one of my earbuds went right through the wash. And just for anybody curious, it's $80 for one of these. My right
Apple EarPods.
Yeah, my right set came out just fine. I went to go put in my other set, hit play, and there was a bunch of water in my ear, and that shorted out the other earbud. So you can get replacements. One should be here today, but yeah, I don't think this would have happened if I had my elf ears on. And I somehow stuck these in my pocket. You would definitely have seen the that in the pocket before I threw it in the wash. So definitely, and that's just a comment that I keep hearing over and over again.
Yeah, good way to keep them from being lost. As they can get lost sometimes.
Yeah, so the editable parts about this is, all Bezier curves, so you can adjust it to whatever your ear shape is, and of course the diameter of whatever ear pods that you guys are using. So,
yeah, these print without any supports. You got a nice flat bottom, so you have plenty of adhesion to the bed. Not much to worry about there. So it's just a fairly simple print. You have a little bit of overhang here, but it tends to catch itself. You have some good active cooling. But yeah, when you're printing with Ninjaflex, it can be a little bit challenging, but definitely give this a shot. You can see here, it becomes a little stringy, but that's kind of okay. We just kind of left it like that because it's fine. But you can clean that up with some flush snips if you want.
I just leave them in to increase the tolerance so that it has a nice little grip to the...
So that's typically what you'll get if you turn off your retraction when you try printing Ninjaflex. Do you still have that set like that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and this was printed on, I believe, a Bowden or a direct drive?
No, this is direct drive. You can get the Bowdens to print if you're printing at, like 20 millimeters a second. That should be okay.
Now, when we print Ninjaflex, you tend to print a little bit hotter, right? Are you 230 or 240?
For this one, 240. I think you could get away with like 230, 235.
Yeah. But, yeah, this is the 1875 diameter filament. You can see here that you want to be real careful with your first layer with any print. You can see here, you get a little bit of a extra thing there. But what kind of bed did you use? Just powder coated?
Powder coated PEI. Just make sure that it is not squished onto the bed. To make it easier to remove, make sure that your bed is heated to, I think, like 50 C. And that will allow the removal of Ninjaflex a little bit more easier. You could also use blue tape as well. It'll make it super easy to remove. You just get like a texture on the backside.
But if you like the PLA and you have lots of PLA colors or PET G or whatever harder plastic, should be it'll be a lot easier. You don't have to clean anything up here. It looked really, really good there.
Yeah, quick question from Paul Cutler on the Discord asking, Ninjaflex is like TPU? Yes, this is the shore hardness of 85A, which is pretty flexible, and it has a nice grip to it too. These would work just fine with Semiflex or the 90A, which is like the typical TPE or TPU that you will find like all over Amazon. Not as flexible, but will get the job done.
Yeah, for sure. This is very, very floppy. So what helps it stay its rigidity is that it's like against your ear. That kind of keeps it upright. And you can, adjust it here. It's got a tapered edge. So if you look very closely, the circle has a bit of a taper so that it can catch onto the little stem of these ear pods. These really look like those Q-tips. Remember the joke about these Q-tips in your ear? Yeah, but as you saw there, like, we didn't clean any of this up because it's Ninjaflex. It's so forgivingly that you just press it in and it's just like, whatever. That's really nice. You can see all that messy stuff. You could clean that up, but like I said, Pedro said that it increases the tolerance a little bit, so it kind of gives it a bit more grip. But yeah, the Ninjaflex TPU is, it's not just flexible, it's also grippy, so it has a nice feel and grip to it. So if you're doing like a gasket or rubber feet, Ninjaflex is always a great option to use if you want to print something custom. What else can we say about it? It's a little bit stretchy, right? It's a little bit elastic.
Yeah. It's actually TPE. It's elastomeric.
Okay, it's TPE. TPU would be like Semiflex, right? Mm-hmm. It's a little bit more. It's like less elastic, but still flexible, I think. But yeah, you're gonna find way more colors in TPE for Ninjaflex, and let's go ahead and look at the website. We stock a good amount of Ninjaflex in different colors. We have a category that's something we have, but we have black, white, This right here is that almond peach smoothie. That's that kind of peach color. We have some other ones like orange.
We did sell out, unfortunately, of the caramel is the one. I think that's the one that matches my skin. Yeah, the caramel candy.
Unfortunately, they are discontinued. So we're kind of trying to get these off the shelves so that and into folks' hands. So you can see here, yeah, the caramel candy has been discontinued. And unfortunately, you can't get this. Fender Drives is the manufacturer.
I think they only have a
Ninjaflex,
couple of these.
and I don't think they make them anymore.
Yeah, their main drive behind it was the prosthetics. So they were doing the skin matching with prosthetics, like the grippy parts on the fingertips.
Yeah, and we used to carry it in 3mm diameter for the Ultimakers, but we don't anymore. We either sold out or we just can't get them anymore. So it's kind of like while supplies last, right? Oh, that purple's out as well. Oh no.
Yeah, that is one.
There are other manufacturers of TPU. You can find some stuff from SandSmart, but we're really kind of big fans of Ninjaflex. But it is what it is, and there is still some spools out there if you want to partake, or if you have an old spool of Ninjaflex you're meaning to try something out. Maybe this interests you. Let me focus again. There we go.
One of the things you can do too is grab some of the white Ninjaflex that we have in stock and airbrush it.
Yeah.
Do some color matching that way.
Yeah.
But definitely really cool for if you're doing your Baby Yoda costume or your elf.
That's funny. Baby Yoda would be kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
Print it in this nice green. Cool. All right. Well, I guess let's take a look at the Learn Guide, shall we?
All right, let's jump in. Super simple 2-pager, just explaining the project itself.
Yeah, we got a nice video, so you can check out. I wore them. They fit my ears too, which is nice.
Really good from behind.
Yeah, mainly, check out the stuff. Is this? Huh. I'm just looking at the price difference. Like, why is one different than the other?
Is
it the color?
Might have been the color.
Maybe it's the color. Yeah, a little bit pricier. But yeah, this is a pretty good price for like kind of your standard black color. Normally they're $50. So we got a good deal here if you want to pick up some Ninjaflex. Also, you can get a 10% code tonight if everything goes well.
Just grabbing all the links for this.
Sure.
And then the other page is just showing the 3D printing for this, just showing the settings that we used for the...
Sure. You got download links, so if you want to download the Fusion 360 file, and you can also preview it in your browser. You can get a good look at just the model if you want to just kind of rotate it and see how thick it is. You have the full sketch that you can download. Up here at the top corner is a download button. If you download the step file, it should work in most CAD packages. You also have OBJ and FBX and some of the other ones. I'm familiar with step. Most of the CAD packages out there will work with step. But we do have the STL files as well, uploaded to Thingiverse, Prusa printers, and the like. But yeah, you have full access to the sketch. You can modify any of the geometry here. The diameter as well is one thing you probably want to take a look at. But yeah, this is a good kind of small, medium print size that you can kind of prototype different iterations to get the fitting just right, or the shape.
It took quite a while to get the shape yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, just basic Ninjaflex settings, and then you can, of course, print it in PLA. We got the settings for that. Super simple. No supports. And yeah.
Yeah, this is a good print to test out that spooled Ninjaflex that's been sitting around for years.
I think everybody has
Everyone
one.
has a spooled Ninjaflex sitting around. Cool. And there's lots of fun shapes that you can play with. If you're new to Fusion, you can kind of
get a feel for how the Bezier curves behave.
Right. You could delete geometry and things. But yeah, okay. So
we do have two different versions. If you go to the overhead, where'd my other one go? Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
The difference really is the how far down the little curved shape goes for putting behind your ear. That's only because of the differences of the third gen Pros have a smaller stem than like the second gen.
Okay, so you want to be aware of the shape and the length of the stem on your earbud. So you took that, and depending on if it's shorter or not, you'll want to change the shape. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so you just mess with the Bezier curve on here, depending on how your ear shape is and how long the stems on your earbuds are. And you could, of course, inside the timeline of Fusion, if the little what do you call this thing? The little cylindrical holder
A
hoop thing. If you need it to be vertical, you can rotate this guy around and have it be like that, so that it goes on the top part of here. If your earphones or headphones, earbuds, are like in a different shape, you can totally update that.
There is a left and a right, so
Yes,
they are
there
a
is.
mirrored STL.
Mhm.
They're already mirrored for you,
Where is it? There it is.
but yeah, they should be mirrored because that's the way it fits your ear. So you can't afford to just print two. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, don't print two.
We have both
print
of
left
the-
and right, and they're marked as such in the STL file name.
Correct.
Cool.
And that's pretty much it for these customizable
Yeah.
elf ear pod
Some quick
holders.
settings, 230 to 240C on the extruder.
Yeah.
You have a thicker initial layer height. Normally it's 0.2. Why is it 0.3?
Just the way
Just
that
for
the
Ninjaflex?
flow is
Okay,
for
just
the
wanted to be a bit
Ninjaflex.
thicker on,
Yeah.
on that first layer. Okay.
Yep, it's just so that these close up. Go to the overhead, yeah. Just so that there is, everything fuses together. And again, that is depending on what printer you're using too. You might not need it. You might need like a 90% for the initial flow. You could.
One thing we do is we slow it way down. The
Yeah.
first layer speed, you want to slow that way down so that the
It's like
nozzle
30.
has plenty of time to lay down that nice perimeter so it has good adhesion to your bed. Knock, knock, knock. Trying to switch camera. Okay. 10% infill doesn't really matter because this is a solid layer. You're going to get solid layers for the majority of these. So if you have like 6 tops and 6 bottom layers,
I think 5 should be sufficient.
5 should be sufficient.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's no infill really. It's all perimeter, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what's the thickness of this guy? Probably like
I think
2
it's like a
or
millimeter or 2.
1.5. something
Yeah.
like that. But yeah, they're all solid top and bottom layers, and there's probably a little bit of infill here.
I think whatever it said, 10%.
Yeah.
So not a lot.
How thick do you think this is in CAD? Like 2 millimeters, 3
Fusion.
millimeters?
This is
I got fusion here. I'd open it.
6 millimeters. And again, that's all dependent on how much you need for your specific earbud.
Wow, it's 6 millimeters tall or thick?
Thick.
Wow, I would not have
Hold
guessed.
on, I can't rotate with no mouse.
Yeah, I know. It's
Fusion.
like I'm out of my space.
I should have had you open up the file before.
Yeah, I think I still can.
I'm sorry, it's 3 millimeters. I'm looking at
Okay,
the
yeah, I was gonna
fillets.
say it's something like 2 or 3 millimeters.
Yeah, it's
thick.
3.
And with that, you should have pretty good if you have your perimeter set to like 3 shells, 3 layers, right?
Mhm.
Should be good there. But that's depending on how you want to do it. That's all you. And if you're slicing in PLA, kind of standard settings, 220C on our extruder, 0.2 layer height, same infill, a little bit faster, right? 60 millimeters a second is a safe bet. But with Ninjaflex, we slowed it down to 50 millimeters. I would slow it down to 40. But maybe you have yourself a nice cruelty printer with a nice extruder. But that depends too.
Yeah, at times we've had to print it at 30 millimeters a second. So I'm looking at a comment here from Mark Gambler saying that he's tried Ninjaflex again and it's still giving him troubles. He just doesn't have time to fight with it yet.
It is.
It is.
Thing.
It can be.
Yeah.
A little bit of a
lot of the
fight.
times, like the best shape to print is something that just has a lot of, not a lot, but a good amount of surface touching the bed. Like if you're printing like a thin ring, that could be challenging, but something flat like these ears is a pretty good test print, I think.
Yeah, it also depends too on the material too. The Ninjaflex sometimes, like I was able to print this with retractions on. The peach smoothie for whatever reason did not want to print with retraction on, so I just turned it off, and it turned out fine. Is specifically because there's not a bunch of like islands where it's going.
It doesn't have to
between
retract
things.
a lot. It just it's okay. And as we showed, it's okay to have a messy inner ring here. It kind of helps it a little bit. You could clean it up, but we did not because we just show you what it looks like off the print. There's no supports, but hey, you got this bit of string here. But that's just the nature of Ninjaflex itself. It's always going to be a little bit stringy unless you got like a really good upgraded direct drive.
Direct drive is the
E3D
key to get
volcano,
that.
something or other.
So it's the extruder, the temperature too. Try 240. Try if it's like buckling
Just slow
up,
it down and heat it up.
slow it down.
Yeah.
To 30 millimeters
That
a
first
second.
layer, sometimes 10 millimeters a second, is
For the initial
for the
layer.
initial layer. That very very first layer.
And then you want it to be higher from the bed too. So for these, I'm at like 0.38 for the height. Usually it's at 0.2
Yeah, that's right.
for the initial
layer
height.
So that initial layer height is critical.
And then you can turn down the extrusion width, or the flow.
Yeah, they all have different things. You can always see there's a little bit of something there, so it's not completely dead, but you should be okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just showing like how just the smallest difference will make something, but you know, this is the surface that is out, so you will be seeing it. Was this printed on blue tape or
no? This is
this one just wasn't as like
yeah
to the bed, really,
yeah
so.
the I think it was the flow is what I had to change on these because of the peach smoothie. So you definitely want to mess with that. Yeah, the flow, the how much material is being extruded out.
I haven't adjusted flow in so many
Yeah,
years.
I know. And then that's part of the fight too to get Ninjaflex to work is figuring out what material settings you need to mess with depending on your printer.
You have Cura open already. Where's flow? Like,
the initial flow is
where's that under?
right here. Initial flow is under materials.
Okay.
And for these, I had to drop it down to 95%. So initial layer flow.
Under material, huh?
Under material, yeah, you got to turn it on.
I know. I'm about to show folks what I'm looking at here so you can see. Let me just do a full screen here. There we go. So I'm in Cura, and if you're using Cura, you'll get an idea of where these settings are. But under material, you can notice I don't have it turned on. You kind of have to turn it on. I don't see flow.
Just type in flow on the search.
Okay, flow.
There it is, initial flow.
Ah, there it is. Under material. Okay, so that's a good tip too. When you go to the little icon and you bring up your preferences, you can just search for it, because I was gonna take a while to manually look through all the settings.
And I think that Prusa slicer,
So
like all of the slicers
it's percentage
have.
based, so you want to upgrade it to what, 110?
No, 95. You want less. If it's buckling,
Oh.
you want less, because what it's doing is it's trying to extrude too much at the same time, and it buckles up and,
Right,
like,
and starts
coils
getting-
around the
starts
feeder.
popping out of the feeder.
Mhm.
All right, so you want to turn down your flow, not make it higher. Okay, cool. I learned something. I normally just use my PLA setting.
That's so funny because that one little setting is what got everything to print.
That's fun. And I don't even look at it. And so hopefully, folks, you'll know in your slicer, maybe you're using Prusa slicer or something. I think they have a similar layer flow.
Similar.
Flow compensation for the first layer. The amount of material extruded on the initial layer is multiplied by this value. It's always nice to get a tooltip. Cool. Yeah, lots of little switches to look at. Cool. Okay. Let's take a look over at Discord. And we'll
All right.
close up the project, I guess.
Yep, that's it for this week.
But
Let's go
yeah,
ahead and-
mainly it was it's this cool way to combine flexible material, something practical. Like, now you're not going to lose your headphones, right? So there's a little bit of practicality in it, and you can
So
make it
much.
whatever shape you want. So if you want something else to go on your glasses, or you want something to go on your watch, Ninjaflex is always a fun material to play with. It's very forgiving when it comes to tolerances. The elasticity is really, really good feature, and of course that grip is what you get. So all that combined makes it kind of a fun little project. So hopefully that inspires folks to use their Ninjaflex and come up with some fun things for your existing gadgets, right? You don't have to get a whole new gadget just because it has an Elfier, right?
Yeah,
You got your headphones that you really like, make something for them.
exactly.
So that's the spiel I got.
And it's only, 300 something days till Halloween, so you got all the time in the world to work on your next costume.
Right. I'm sure kids will like it too. Get
All
your,
right.
your cosplay ready.
Let's go ahead and jump into this week's What Are We Prototyping?
Cool. I'm gonna need some space, so let's get the space. So we've been playing a lot with acrylic, and this week we have a Zoetrope. So what is a Zoetrope? Zoetrope is the device that has individual frames, and they're animated through a motor. So what we did is we got a DC motor. This is a little $2 motor. We 3D printed a double hearing hex gear, and we have another gear, and we're running it on a feather with a DC FeatherWing so that we can control the motor. Let me move this up. Bear with me, folks. You scenes there. Need more room here. So this is the main base of it. And what I wanted to do was to have this top cover be swappable so that we can take this out and add a different frame. So my idea is to have different top covers, so if you want more frames or less frames. And what I want to do is experiment with some thinner material. This acrylic is 1/4 inch, so it's rather thick, a little bit heavy. So I want to play with some thinner material, so 1/8 inch material that I want to have in here. And these tabs are all centered so that the light from the NeoPixel will shine them when they're in motion. So I have this little base, and there are 3 pieces here. We got a cover that kind of just keeps it covered. This bit here will actually keep the ring elevated. And then we have a separate holder here for the NeoPixel. This is those NeoPixel button PCBs. They're just a single NeoPixel with pads on the bottom. They're press fitted into this little holder. And you can see I have a hole there for the 3 wires to come out. So you have your NeoPixel 3 wires and 2 wires for the DC motor. So on the top of this here, you can see that there's a little bit of a channel. And down here, you'll notice that there's a bit of a lip. So that's kind of how it works. There's no ball bearings. It has a nice, it has, what would you say? It has good rotation, right? There's not a lot of friction going on. It's actually not really touching this outer band here. The only things that are touching is this lip here and this here. And if I want it even smoother, you could probably put a couple drops of like synthetic lube and it'll work. But so far it works really well. So you're wondering, where's the gear, right? So the idea here is that I have a little inner gear, and this actually pops out. I'll just leave it in, but the idea is that the gear just kind of mates with the DC motor. And I guess let's plug it in. So you'll need to plug in your feather and an external power supply to drive the motor. If you want to make it easier, you could use the Adafruit Cricut FeatherWing. That way you can kind of power the feather and the motor all with one power supply. But there's a lot of features on it. So here is the Party Parrot.
Oh, the angle, yeah.
Yeah, the angle is really well too. In the dark room, it looks really, really good.
Oh, you can make it out.
Yeah. Sorry about the noise, folks.
Huh. See the parrot.
I think one of my frames were wrong. Yeah. Okay, so with lighting and stuff, you know, it's gonna be very specific. Like you're gonna have to have a little bit darker area to kind of get the full effect of it. But these little panels are CNC milled, and each one of these engravings is one frame of the Party Parrot GIF. And one of the things I did is I added little numbers here just so I know which one it is. So here's how the tabs look like. So you got 1, 2, and they're all, you know, etched to have the little Party Parrot. And that's kind of it, really. Yeah, so again, I really want to get some more. I'm waiting on some more thinner acrylic because it's easier to cut and there's more frames that I can play with here. I want to do a 20 frame animation, so that's why I have 20 slots here. And what else can I say about it? It's a little bit heavy because of all the material, right? Like the acrylic all adds up to weight. But it seems to be okay. It doesn't seem like there's too much stress happening on the motor. So like I don't think I've stripped it. You can see the NeoPixels on there. Yeah, so hopefully we can have this out in the next 2 weeks or so as we work on it a little bit more and make a wiring diagram and everything and kind of run it through Lamar and make sure that everything is all squared and good. Let's see if I can get a better angle. Apologize for being so futzy with it, but it's just the name of the thing with a live show. You kind of have to rework your camera. Can you try turning the light on? Any better?
Yep.
Similar? Kind of?
Looks like about the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Yeah, one of my frames is off, so. Yeah, one of my frames is like incorrect, but that's fine. You could change the speed of it. This is all running CircuitPython on the M4. We're using the motor library, motor kit library, to make it really easy to change the speed. Yeah, I think, is it this one? I think it's this one, needs to be rotated. So they're really easy to take in and out of these tabs, which is always a good thing. So you can just kind of press fit them in and kind of make sure that your frames are going together. Yeah, I think that's better now. Let's try that out. There you go. And the effect is way more prominent in person. Yeah. It's kind of tough to get it over the webcam.
I can see it.
Yeah. It's hard to get this thing going on over the webcam. So hopefully, next week we'll have the thinner material and more frames so we can have a better animation. But that's what it looks like. That's what we're prototyping. I have a link to the Fusion 360 share design. If you'd like to download it now and play with it, you can do so. It's open design. You can download it as a Fusion file or a step file, which should work in most CAD packages. Yeah.
People like
a Zoetrope with a party parrot, of course.
Got a question from Wolves on the YouTubes asking if you need a microcontroller to drive the motor, will it work with a plain old electronic motor?
Yeah, these DC motors can be powered with a
9-volt.
A 9-volt battery. You can wire it directly. We just want to have it so that we can have the LED on and change the speed. You could have a potentiometer wired to it as well, so you can adjust the speed live and kind of fine tune the speed. That's why we have a microcontroller. But no, you don't need a microcontroller, and the parts are designed in a way where you don't have to mount any electronics to the actual base here. I have it so that there's a hole in the outer casing, the outer frame, so that you can just have whatever microcontroller or a battery. But this is the main base of it. You could probably fit an LED here, like a bare 3mm LED, and have no microcontroller at all. So I want folks to use what they have. So if you don't have a microcontroller, yeah, just wire it up to some sort of power source. But these little motors are like $2. They're very cheap, very inexpensive. NeoPixel is you can get a pack of them for like $5 or $10. But yeah, a couple screws here because this all prints without any supports. So you got your base, your cover, and then your inner frame, your gear thing here. This just press fits in and out. It's pretty tight in there, so I'm just leaving it there for now. A couple screws, right? Yeah, I really like these DC motors. They're cheap, and they come with these headers, so they just plug into the FeatherWing here. But yeah, that's kind of how I got it set up. Yay. Let's hear. What is it? Oh yeah, I have to have both wired anyway. So that's what I'm working on. Want to do some more frames and things. Yeah, we'll show you next week what we come up with. But that is the Zoetrope. Hopefully we'll get it out soon.
Anyway, we have a really cool link on the Discord. Susan has posted one of her cool LED lit animations from 2018. This looks pretty cool. Look at that. Is the video playing back for you?
I think it's stuck on my end. But check it out. It's on, yeah, it's like stuck on my end.
Check out the Discord at discord.gg/Adafruit for all of the cool comments and banter going on during the chat.
Cool. Yeesh. That was very cool.
Looks like a
oh, it's a center
jellyfish.
Jar. Yeah. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, so you don't really need that many frames to make a good animation. And yeah, that's really cool. It's a trinket. That looks great. I like how compact it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, the NeoPixels are the actual bare pixels. Wow, that's amazing. Nice work. That's really cool. Yeah, I like the tabs too on the 3D print.
posting these
that's
in
cool.
the other chat rooms too. This is so cool.
Yeah, I like this effect. I've had so much fun with acrylic that I figured let's have the acrylic moving. But no, it's really cool to have different layers, and if you got a laser cutter or CNC mill, it's always fun to cut up some acrylic to etch some cool designs. Sweet. Well, that kind of brings it into Community Makes. Sweet. Anybody feel free to share things and projects in the Discord as we're doing this.
There's also a Show and Tell specific channel on the Discord, so please post in there as well.
Sweet. Okay. Well, let's take a look at this week's Timelapse Tuesday. Every Tuesday we find a design from the community and we print it out. This week it's a really nice pencil holder. It's designed in a way where it makes a spiral effect. So if you're using colored pencils, you can get a really nice kind of array of colors.
Yeah, I've seen this pop up a couple of times. Lamar sent this link over and is like, make something colorful for 2020. So this is really cool way of doing a nice little display of all of the little different colors of the rainbow for, in my case, for my kids being able to easily grab what color they need and make a mess and draw all over the furniture.
This was designed by Pete Owens on Thingiverse, and Pete Owens posted this up as a free download. We used rainbow filament just to get that that color changing gradient effect. There's rainbow filament in PLA, PETG probably, and some other ones, but this is that silky style.
I know. I should have used that. What is it? The one everybody's been posting from Matter Hackers. The Quantum.
Yeah, Quantum. I think it's called. Yeah, that'd be great. So if you have some of that, yeah, try it out. This is a fun thing. And folks are saying they could also hold screwdrivers and other tools. So not just pencils. Anything circular would work. And it looks like the diameter's a little bit bigger than your standard pencil, so maybe some Sharpies too.
These are actually markers.
Right, but Sharpies have different thickness.
Yeah.
So, all right, here it is in the overhead.
Woo!
I should
Nice
put that on
there.
Yeah, I should put that on the
right. And I think one of the kids already grabbed one of the markers.
Yeah, I did.
But yeah, as you can see here, the diameter is a little bit bigger than what these allow, but it still works. Nice simple little design, and I think the only caveat here is that it takes, oh man, I forgot how long I have it listed there, but it takes quite a while to print. Nice, simple, artistic, what is it?
Holder. Yeah, here's some Sharpies and a Pete Owens design, so you can see here. Yeah, it's a prints with no supports, pretty good adhesion to the bed.
And this cool effect. Don't forget the cool effect.
Yeah. Looks like there's a hole in the center, so you can, I don't know, mount it somehow to your workbench if you want.
Oh, I thought it was for attaching it to a motor so it can just spin around.
Or you can do that, attach it to a motor. Very cool. So, yeah, free to download. It's on Thingiverse. The barrel diameter is a 1/2 inch. Standard Sharpie, marker size. Holds up to 13 markers. I didn't even know. Cool. Only uses 92 grams of PLA. Excellent. All right, and that's this week's time lapse.
Excellent job.
All right. We have some other community makes that were sent to us during the break. We have a few of them, so I'll try to run through them. Hopefully we can get through all of them. Okay, first up, we have a make of the Circuit cookie roller. SV High on Thingiverse posted up their make of our Circuit cookie roller. You can make cookies with a 3D printed cookie roller. It has these imprints, these impressions of these circuit traces, and we made some amazing cookies this year, or not this year, but the year we made this project in 2018. These cookies are flippin' phenomenal. Look at that Adafruit cookie. The detail on these cookies were just amazing, and we actually have our cookie recipe in the Learn Guide. Look at the Adabot. That's so fun. We had LEDs, Adabot, and whatever. Those are cookie cutters, not a cookie roller. Sorry, but we kind of combine them to make not just the texture in your cookie, but the shape of your cookie. Yeah, these were so fun.
Recipe is available on the Learn Guide.
Yeah. I forgot the recipe.
Yeah, there was like a special thing that we had to do.
This was so good. I love the really golden.
Yeah, there was a specific thing you had to do for the shape to stay. And I think it was like butter or something.
Did we really have the
Oh yeah,
Where is it?
probably assembly. There you go, ingredients.
Oh wow, look at that. Two sticks of unsalted butter and yada yada yada. Yeah. Does this bring back memories, Pedro? I think we did.
Yeah, I was about to say, can you tell that we really like our job? We're always doing something different. It's
Yeah,
like this week we're cooking.
Learning how to make cookies and like getting the recipe, like getting store-bought dough was just not working.
It did not work at all.
It didn't work.
We had to make our own
dough because I guess this stuff can't work in the
for the shape that you
Right.
want. You have to use this recipe.
Yeah. Oh, this was such a fun one.
I
So
know.
it's really cool to see at least one person in the universe made it. I just hope they can make the cookies now. Because it's a hard thing to do.
I mean, it got
These
downloaded
cookies.
a couple of times, so I'm sure there's other people that just didn't post about it. And I remember people tweeting about it too when we
Really?
released it. I mean, it's 2018, so.
Yeah.
And look at the resolution too that you get at it.
Yeah,
look on
it's
Adabot.
crazy.
Like,
Look at
it
that.
is so good.
Yeah. And I think I did a tutorial on how I made this
the
roller
pattern,
because
yeah.
there's a different method now. You can just use the emboss tool instead
I
of
think
having
we
to
had to
use
use the sheet metal.
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
came out for Fusion, and look at me talking 10 minutes about freaking cookie rollers. Anyway,
Well,
folks,
it's the way that you create the pattern. You know, it's always about the design process of this.
it's just cool to
the
mix
end-
something physical like cooking.
You get to eat it.
and then this like custom made shape. It's and then you eat it, and then like you get all these feelings when you eat it. It's very very cool. So shout out person on
You're
on
literally
Thingiverse.
feeding the family with your project.
Well, I mean the cookies. Yeah, makes a great gift. Get started on your cookie recipe now.
I mean, Valentine's is coming up. I've seen going through the stores.
Yeah, that would be really cool. Okay,
All right, next up.
sorry. Let me get the link.
Oh crap! Yeah, that's what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah, next up is Nefertiti. This has a story too. That was like, ooh, the scan of it was
this
it
illegal?
actually
Is it
illegal
stolen?
or was it planned? We still don't know. But yeah, we took the Nefertiti model back in 2016 and we hollowed it out and made it into a planter. So this is really nice to see someone else put an actual planter. We've seen other folks use it like a storage or just like a thing. Even put a stone. They don't look that great.
Hey.
What kind of plant is that?
I don't know. It looks like mint.
A mint? Yeah, that's cool. That looks really cool there. I wonder what kind of filament they used. So this is posted by Ismilia Electronics, posted 2 days ago. Printed on a Prusa i3 MK3 with some supports and a 0.25 resolution. Very, very cool. Nice photos. It's a really fun one here. Good
Ooh, I like
historical
that
context too.
Terracotta looking.
Yeah, that is a really good photo there. Look at that. Huh. I don't remember it having all those textures when we printed ours. Oh,
Is it a remake?
Yeah, we used it on no, it's just a straight up.
Oh, it's the filament that they use because I think we used like hemp filament.
Did we?
Yeah.
So like wood fill, but with like hemp.
Uh-huh.
That's crazy. You kind of forget, with the years, like.
Is it 2016? Yeah, that was a while ago.
Yeah. It was a crazy good model. Like we had to reduce the mesh because it was like a billion polygons or something. Very cool. These are Nepenthes carnivorous plants, by the way. We thought it just fitted the aesthetic really
I
well.
like the way it hang over. Yeah.
Yeah, looks really cool. So yeah, Nefertiti. Okay, you got another one here. This is a fun tool. If you are doing lots of heat set inserts, maybe it's time to make a tool.
Very
This is a bit of like a drill press project that we did a couple years ago. But this person here, Otto Wolf on Thingiverse, posted up their remix. They remixed the carriage holders so that it can hold their soldering iron, which is always a good thing to do, is to design your own kind of. You have your own setup, you have your own soldering iron. You'll want to make your own adapter for it. So very, very cool to see folks creating their own thing. And wow, you get that black. It uses a piece of 2020 aluminum extrusion, and I'm just now seeing that you can get them in black. That's really cool. Very cool color scheme. So this was printed on acrylic T, Ender 3, no supports. And yeah, PET G. That's good, PET G. Good filament that heat resistant and less brittle, more stronger than the PLA. But that's a cool thing. So check out if you are interested in making a heat set rig for doing tons and tons of heat sets and you want to be perfectly perpendicular. This is a great little tool. Shout out to Ottawolf for posting that. All right, we got 3 more to go through, so I'm gonna run through them a little bit. This is a Raspberry Pi. No, this is an iPhone case. The iPhone 12 Pro Max and Mini flexible case. Posted up by Eddie33. Pedro designed this one for flexible filaments, and folks are printing them out. Lots of folks are making this one. Really, really nice. This was printed on a Prusa i3 MK3 using Ninjaflex TPU Lava. That's really cool. And 10% infill. It looks pretty good. So if you're looking for an iPhone case and you want to use some Ninjaflex, it's always a good project, a case. Okay. I am slow today.
Yeah, I'm posting the links.
This is a Raspberry Pi Zero stand. This was a make posted up by Axel Raffin. Posted this one up. It is just a simple little stand for a Raspberry Pi Zero. You can put a Raspberry Pi Zero and a hat and some other things. Really nice way to kind of prop up your project if you are developing some stuff for the Pi. One other small stand to use when I'm programming various sensors using my Pi Zero Army. Works like a charm. Excellent. Yeah, just a couple screws and you got a little hole for wiring. And it stands upright at a whatever angle. So that's really cool. This was printed on a monoprice, mini select. No wraps, a little bit of supports, and some Polaroid PLA gold. Very cool. Sweet. So if you are looking for a simple stand for your Raspberry Pi project, check that out. And the last one here, this was a really fun project that I worked on. It's no electronics, but it's just a fun little storage. So I probably made this when I was watching Game of Thrones. 2016, maybe predates it, but yeah. So G Nudit on Thingiverse posted up their make of the tower storage. I really like this because it uses screw threads, so you can take off the top and put toys or whatever inside of it, and it's really big. So if you have a really tall printer, this is a really fun design. It has this cool brick texture, so it looks just like a tower. For D&D, maybe you want to hold your dice or your dinosaurs or something. This was printed on AnyCubic Predator printer. No supports, no rafts, 0.2 layer height, 20% infill. And the description says 2 versions for my son and daughter. That is so cool. Yeah, I like seeing it in rainbow. Back in the day, we didn't have rainbow filament.
Nice.
Now you do. It's a great tall print. I made it really, really tall. Remember? It was like as tall as Gavin. It was so cool. Yeah, I like the top too. And of course, it has a removable top cover, which makes it really, really cool. Yeah, I like simple things that have these shapes that also double as storage. We actually made it a learn guide? That's wild. And you can modify it if you want to change any of the threading or the thickness or whatever.
It was Timelapse Tuesday.
Oh, right. Yeah, it really didn't warrant a guide because it's like, print it. Okay. Cool. Oh, yeah, that's right. It's a good print for like thicker nozzles, like a 0.8 nozzle. Okay, that's this week's this week's community makes. Thank you everybody for posting up your makes. One last shout out to Prusa printers. If you are looking for an alternative to Thingiverse, check out Prusa printers. I'm seeing more folks are like commenting on our stuff so that it boosts up their points and stuff so that they can hopefully get some free stuff when they get rewarded for their points. We posted up our Aelfiers and we got 10 points. Only 270 to go because it takes 350. Oh, no, we have 310 more points to go so we can get a spool. We're working hard to earn our spool, guys. Okay.
I want that beanie.
You want the beanie? I want this filament. Where's the rewards? Did they update the rewards? No. I can do the hat too. The hat looks really cool.
Oh wait, no, it's the hoodie. I want the hoodie.
Yeah, it's a cool hoodie. Yeah. Get
500.
Can you even buy it? Maybe
Wait, we can't buy it?
I guess not. I thought you could. The get button is turned off. Maybe it turns on when you have the points.
I think so.
That's probably what's going on. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. You have a history of like where your points came from. Yeah. They did a lot of work on this. This is really good.
This is gamifying. Like, done pretty good.
Yeah, and like it's working. Like I'm getting comments on our, and people are rating our designs on Prusa. Nice. So get your free filament now. Good.
Sweet.
Post spam. No, I'm just kidding. No, I didn't say that.
No, there's actually a time limit too, so you can't upload like
There
300
is.
at one time.
Right, yeah.
It's, like,
So they have
10
some smarts
a
built
week
in.
or something.
Right. Yeah. So cool. All right. That is Community Makes.
Real quick, looking at the community in the Discord, Yanni is saying that some snow molds, perhaps ice candle molds with 3D printing. Yes, we have that on the list. Doing that with pewter, with
meltable,
the sand.
pewter is molten.
Making some
metal.
metal molds for that. That is on the list.
Yeah, Erin did it though. She already did it. Remember?
Yeah, I think we were gonna do a different way, some 3D printing way to do it.
Okay.
And yeah, 3D printing nerd made a snow duck. You know what? I have that snow duck from last year.
You did.
I was gonna
We just
do
didn't
it with
have
sand.
That's
Be
right.
like here in Florida,
Sand.
the sand mold.
We're a little bit away from sand now, though.
No, in the volleyball.
That's
where all the
funny.
white sand is.
Yeah, that's the closest.
I kept wanting to do that, but I think I threw away the mold.
Mm.
It was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then Paul Cutler is saying, yeah, the soldering iron heat insert definitely on his to-do list.
Yeah. Just be careful with the soldering iron. Make sure it's a good one.
The diameter, yeah, make sure the diameter is
that
correct.
and just some of the cheaper soldering irons will like burn out if you have it upright. So just make sure that it's got a good wattage.
Mm-hmm. And then Paul Cutler is sharing, the yearly GitHub story in 3D. Yeah, I think last year we 3D printed Lamar's GitHub for 2020.
Yeah, it was a bit of a trophy for her.
Mm-hmm. Happened later.
You mean just Adafruit?
Oh, I don't know what she posts at.
I think she posts as Adafruit.
Yeah, Lady Ada, Lamar. And yeah, that's what makes it super cool. You can download your STL from that and 3D print it for your desk.
That's right. I like how it's pink at the top.
Whoa, problem.
I broke it. It's because I'm running
Yanni says change the year. Oh, to 2021.
I was gonna say it doesn't work because I'm running an M1 Mac and Safari, and nobody likes them.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm like stuck in a loop, folks. Sorry.
Oh no. Probably Safari.
It's Safari. It's always Safari. Put 2022.
Yeah, Yanni says the default is 2020.
Put 2021. So fun. They did a really great job with all the effects. And it doesn't work. Sorry.
We're probably putting the
It's Safari. It's Safari. It's always Safari. I have to use Safari here because of reasons. Sorry. But hey, cool.
Streaming.
Folks know about it. I tried it.
All right, cool. I
All right.
think that is it for this week. Got a little change up in the show and tell coming up later tonight, hosted by our very own JP. He's back
That's right.
hosting duties.
Tentatively, there will be a Ask an Engineer tonight at 8 p.m. Standard Time.
Mm-hmm.
Standard Time, Eastern Time. So tune in for a update on Adafruit, open source hardware, new products,
Yes.
top secrets, Ion MPI. Lots of fun. A full hour of Lamar Phil something overtime.
Cool stuff
Hopefully
coming
they
up.
get their show tonight, and of course we'll be on Show and Tell. We invite you to do so. You can join in by hitting up the Discord chat room 5 minutes before the show. It starts at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and we'll throw in a link so folks can join in and share what they're working on. We hope to see you there. We'll be there tonight if all goes as planned.
And then tomorrow, continuing on with JP's workshop.
Yep, I have a thing. Here we go. So JP is here this week and throughout. So every Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. I think Scott has a live stream this Friday, normally
Yes.
at 2 p.m. Pacific Time or 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Lady Ada's been doing stuff on the weekends from the desk of Lady Ada. So just kind of hang out and get notifications wherever you might be. And then on Monday is the CircuitPython meeting. And yesterday, JP did a product pick of the week.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I forgot what the product was.
50% off.
It was 50% off, whatever it was. Yeah. I think it was a GPIO expander. Or no. It was the AT Tiny chip thing.
Yeah.
So check it out if you want more. And crazy discounts every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time or 1 p.m. Pacific Time.
Only while the show is live.
Only while the show is live, yeah. So we're all back to our shenanigans. Making cookies and all sorts of fun elf ears and crazy things like that. So we hope you're inspired. You know, there's still lots of bad news and things. We're all trying to push through it, and we're all being affected in one way or another. So we hope you can just push through and be safe out there. Yeah, hopefully we can make this year better than last.
Yeah.
Last year was pretty good, though, I must say.
All right. One quick last request from Yanni. He wants a layer by layer. I'm making a mold.
A mold?
3D. 3D molds.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I'm gonna get back into layer by layers. I'm thinking though mine is gonna be on how to make a case for boards that are like the Cutie Pie and the Zio. Those boards,
non-mountable.
Boards that have no mounting holes.
Okay.
Like I'm seeing a lot of these kind of smaller boards. I want to make a tutorial on how I make the snap fits for those boards.
Little walls for them.
Yeah, because I've been doing that for at least 4 projects now, and I think I got a good recipe. So yes.
Sweet. All right, cool. And with that,
yeah, thanks everybody. We'll see you later tonight on Show and Tell.
with that,
We'll see you next week. But until then, remember to make a great day.
see you tonight.
Yay! Bye, folks. That's it.